All right, so this is a good way to finish a single leg, and this is how I think it's Takatani beat Dake at the Olympics. And I think that, we talked about like keys to success for Zahid are to get Dake's foot off the mat, and because when his foot's off the mat elevated, it's hard to chest lock, right? If your foot's in the air, you can't really. But when Dake gets both feet on the ground and then starts elevating, it's hard at that point to get his foot off the mat. So as soon as you get to the legs, the quicker you can get the foot off the mat, the better. And you saw it in the first match with Zahid and Dake. I haven't watched it in a little bit, but I think he did some type of misdirection, got Dake's foot in the air and was able to take him down. But, I think that getting to a low single, here, let's circle this way. Like if I get to a low single, boom. Now John starts going chest lock here. So he's stepping behind, over my arm with your left, exactly right here. So we get into this position where Dake would be kind of just sitting on my head. So one thing I can do is I can go across with my other arm, and then I'll kind of knee slide out here. Now I'll post my opposite hand, so I have his foot in my far armpit, and then instead of trying to come up like this, it's kind of hard to come up like this. So I'll rotate, here, circle. So instead of coming up, I'll rotate this foot out, and then I'll kind of rotate up like this. Now I got the single leg finish. Now it forces him to let go. If he stays onto the chest lock, then he's going to be, it's not really a good position. Now I can kind of turn towards the leg, start wrestling up from here. So without a partner, it kind of looks like shoot, boom. I go here, I got my mic falling. Give me a second. Let me go like this. So I go here, and now I kind of like step over, and then I rotate up like this, rather than trying to just come up without that foot being rotated out. So let's do that again. So I shoot a low single. Right away, I get this this foot to my armpit. And I haven't watched the match in a while, so you have to double check me on this, but now my foot's gonna slide out here. Now I'm just gonna rotate up. And it makes it like makes my opponent a lot lighter, rather than, when I've tried to finish single leg in the past, I try to grab the foot, post, I literally can't do anything right here, especially if his head's right on me. So I can kind of post on his foot, knee slide over to get this in my armpit. Now I just rotate up with this foot out, windshield wiper my feet. I can climb up and finish from that position. Do it one more time. Here. Get my push out. I think another key to success for Zahid would be being ready. So anytime Dake is ahead in a match, he is more content coasting and not being offensive. But anytime Dake gets down in a match, he tries to sprint right away, right? So he's gonna go really hard right off the whistle. He's gonna shoot, try to get to a body lock, try to get to a single leg, and he'll be a lot more offensive. So anytime Zahid gets a lead on Dake, he just has to be really aware of that situation in the match and just be ready to re-attack and be ready to wrestle hard, because Dake's gonna come in hot. And he's really good offensively. You saw it against Sabalov at the Olympics. He was down. He was kind of wrestling easy. He was down by like 6 points, and then he just goes hard, gets a 4, like gut wrench, like, and then he wins the match late. So I think key to success for Dake is to actually wrestle offensively from the start, because when he wrestles offensively and shoots and attacks, he's really, really good. Another idea is for the shot clocks. So usually Dake will try to control center in the first period and get my opponent on the shot clock. And then in typical wrestling matches, they'll put each guy on the shot clock, one in the first period, the other in the second period. But what Dake does really well is the first 30 seconds of the second period, say he got the point for the first period, the first 30 seconds of the next period, he's going even harder to control the center, making the other guy look passive so that he doesn't get put on the shot clock. It's happened in my match against them in the Olympic trials finals. In the second match, they put me on the shot clock twice, because in the second period, Dake just controlled the center right off the bat and got like doing half shots, faking. So for Zahid, if he gets put on the clock first going in the second period, you have to be ready for Dake again to come and try to control the center and try to get him put on the clock again. So that's good for anybody watching. Like, that's a good strategy, right? If the other person gets put on the clock first, that doesn't mean that you have to be put on the clock in the second. First 30 seconds of the second period, first 45 seconds, just go out there and control the center, wrestle hard. There's no way that they're going to put you on the clock. So then I think the last scenario would be Dake's really good at controlling the center. So for Zahid, this is kind of how I beat Burroughs too. Anytime that somebody starts getting me to the edge, and I beat some international guys with the same strategy. I got really good wrestling underneath front headlock. But when you know what you're doing, you're almost impossible to score on. So let's say like John is Dake and he's pushing me to the edge here, and I feel like I'm gonna start getting pushed out. What I'll do is I'll just go down to my hands and feet like this. Now from here, he has two options. One, he can go like double underhooks here, and he can try to lift, elevate, and push me out, right? So when he does that, all of my weight goes towards my hands, okay? So I'm here, boom, and I lean into him. Go ahead and try to push me out. Now, if he's underhooking me, then he can't run around me because his arms are under my arms. Now, if he starts going chest lock, that's when I start going down, keeping my head up, my elbows wide, and I'm wrestling in this position. He might try to chest lock, but I just gotta stay low to the ground, and stay wide. Now, if he tries to let go and spin behind, boom, I can wrestle from this position. And then the other thing that like Burroughs likes to do, so like kind of putting all this position kind of like in both matches, is Burroughs will let go and then try to blast through you. So like when I wrestled Burroughs, he was going double underhook, and I was leaning forward right here. Like, it doesn't matter if he just tries to snap here, like my hands just go back down, and then I'd be here. Burroughs would let go to try to blast me, and as soon as he lets go and creates space, that's when I get out and I circle back to the center. But I circle low so he doesn't shoot me out. Okay. So once again, if somebody's going underhook, I'm literally just like, my legs are extending. So if my legs stay bent, boom, he just easily lifts me up and walks me out of bounds. What a lot of people do too is they'll get to the edge, say John's wrestling me to the edge, boom, and I go down, and now I'll start going out like this. You don't have to do this. They'll call that for flea every once in a while, and you don't have to do that. You can just stay on the edge and use this strategy to help you. So he's pushing me out, boom, I just go down. Now he starts going to elevate me. Like, we can be real close to the edge. Ready? Try to push me out. Boom. Boom. And then I wrestle away from it. So all my weight goes towards my upper body. I'm trying to lean into him because he's just trying to lift me. As he adjusts, then my hands just come back down to the mat and I square up again. And then if he gives me space, that's when I can circle out. So I think that's a really crucial position. I think if, Zahid could kind of master that position, being underneath the front headlock. And it's a really easy way to like waste time if you're tired in a match. Like, I got tired wrestling in Croatia, and I was wrestling these guys, and I think I was wrestling the Iranian, I was wrestling some of the other guys, but we'd just be wrestling, boom, they'd be trying to like set up shots and stuff, and I would just go down like this, because I know that they can't score me from here, right? Because if he tries to circle behind me, boom, I'm just circling with them. But they get so caught up into the idea of, oh, I'm gonna go big double underhook and just push him out, but then they realize they can't do that, and it just makes it really difficult for anybody to score if you're super confident underneath the front headlock, because you can't shoot to your legs, right? The only way they can score on you from front headlock are some type of head pinch, chest wrap, spinning behind you or pushing you out. So if you limit the push out, you limit somebody spinning behind you just by circling, and then you limit the chest wrap by anytime they go to it, then we go back down. It becomes like a really easy way to waste. I mean, I wasted 2 minutes in my match with Burroughs just wrestling. Like, the last 2 minutes, I never got called for passive because I was faking, and then I would kind of like do a half shot, or I would just go down. If you're in front headlock, it's not really passivity. But if you're on your feet and he's chasing me around, and I'm going like this, boom, now I'm gonna get caught for passive. But he's coming at me, and I just go into this position. Now, he's trying to go under hooks. Boom, now I'm here. And we can just waste a lot of time here. So, some strategy to play with.